Welcome to the Geek Easy. Sit back, grab a libation of your choice, and relax, 'cause it's time to do some geek stuff in the Geek Easy. Welcome to the Geek Easy, fellow geeks. Once you get your drink open, we will be discussing the Tower of Babel, or Babel, the deluxe edition, published by DC, written by Mark Waid. There is an introduction by Mark Waid at the beginning, which explains how this book came about, or how the Tower of Babel came about. He had been working on the JLA. He was kind of burned out. He had a lot of projects to do. So he hands control of the JLA over to Grant Morrison. But Grant Morrison got behind, and so DC comes up and says, "Hey, get me some backup stories." So he had to do a couple here, a couple there, and then wound up doing the Tower of Babel. So this right here is a collection of those stories that he does in between the Grant Morrison one and the Tower of Babel. Because I guess the 4 issues weren't big enough to make a deluxe edition, or weren't enough. But so you have, I guess, some of the issues preceding the famous story. And I had never read that series before. I'd heard of it. It's obviously very well known, very highly regarded, and there's versions of it in the movies and stuff, but I had never actually read the source material. So when I heard about this, I picked it up. What you have, and I'm just going to be talking about the Tower of Babel, not the rest of it, is Ra's al Ghul has found a way, has another scheme where he wants to wipe out the population, a good majority of the population of the planet, to get it under management, under control, so it won't hurt the environment, and he can take over. One of the things he does is he has this thing that starts making it so it's affecting part of the brain where they suffer from the condition where if you look at a word, you can't read it because the words are jumbled. There is an actual condition for that. I forget what it's called, but it does that. And then eventually it starts getting to the spoken word as well. So the Justice League is going to try and stop this. But what is happening is the League of Assassins are going out and taking out all the members of the Justice League, starting with John, and each one, there's a specific thing that they do for each one that takes them out. There's, John, it's something to do with fire. Aquaman, they make him aquaphobic, so they can't operate, they can't work, they can't do their job, therefore taking them out of action. And so they're working on both ends. They're trying to solve the problem and fight, figure out what's going on with their fellow members and defeat that as well. And then you find out that Batman had some files that they find out. You know this already because of the story. The Batman had files on how to take him out, and it's quite a good story. The artwork, I'm kind of meh on. I mean, either way, take a picture, look right there. I think that is a right there. That looks to me like Catwoman, but it's not. It's Talia. So sometimes the way they're doing this is it's kind of confusing sometimes, at least for me. It's like, oh wait, who's that? Okay, let's tell you. Good book. I recommend it. I'm going to give this a 3.75 out of 5. Just say, this is one of the better known books, storylines, and it's worth reading just because. And it's actually pretty good. So let me know in the comments below whether you have read it or not, what you thought of it. Like, subscribe, and most of all, enjoy your comics.